Hare Krishna. Good morning, my dear Prabhus and Matajis. If you could see and hear me clearly, isang like naman dyan. Awesome. Thank you very much. We're back to regular programming after nung rush and sudden heart attack ng aking laptop. So hello, good morning. Hi, Janice, good morning. Her old Prabhu, Hare Krishna, good morning. Riza Mataji, good morning. Rizal, good morning. Ja, good morning. Chantal Mataji, Hare Krishna, good morning. Kaiser, Hare Krishna, good morning. Prabhuja, Nikita, Hare Krishna. Kong Fat Choy.
Prabhu, ang hina po ng boses mo.
Sige, lalakasan natin. Let me know if lumalakas na. Sound check, 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 check. Krishna, Krishna. Much better? Is it much better? Wonderful. How's the audio today? To now? Okay na ba? Okay, awesome. So, we will catch up a little bit dun sa chapter na hindi natin discuss yesterday. But we will move forward. Hello, KD. Hare Krishna. Good morning. Again, yan, okay na. Again, we will start our sadhana, our spiritual practice, by paying our respect and obeisances sa ating spiritual teachers, to each other, and kay Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vancha Kalpataruvescha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashade Gaura Bhakta Binda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Last time, pinag-usapan natin how does a wise person act. And W is well thought of questions. Si Arjuna, may mga questions siya kay Krishna. And Krishna answered them all. Basically, sino yung body, ano yung field of activities, etc. Sino yung knower, dalawa yung knower, us, the soul, and the super soul. Tayo, we just know the body. Si Krishna, the super soul, knows lahat ng field na yon, lahat ng kshetra. Kasi nasa heart siya ng bawat isang tao. Lahat ng entities, hindi lang tao. And sino yung ultimate enjoyer nun? Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. And ano yung topic ng knowledge, ng gyan? Hindi lang matter, hindi lang kung ano yung nasa paligid natin na material things. Kasama sa gyan is knowing the connection ng body and ng soul. And aside from that, knowing the connection ng soul to the Supreme. So, ayan yung mga items of knowledge and the difference of soul and super soul and who's the supreme enjoyer. Purusha. Then, sino yung 3 modes? Ano yung 3 modes? You can type modes of Ano yung 3 modes of material nature? Let's see, sino makapag-type? Modes of Satya, Sattvic, Tama, and Rajasic. Ano yung English term nun? Passion, ignorance, and goodness. Yes. Naunahan ni Kaiser si Chantal. So, the 3 modes of material nature. Didiscuss pa natin ito ngayon. This is the category nung energy ni Krishna. And a soul who is embodied, nasa body siya, will be under these modes of material nature. So, yung rays of prominence, nag-aagawan sila. Hindi porket etong taong to, ito yung ginagawa niya. The whole characteristic niya, the whole na ginagawa niya is mode of ignorance na. So, mixture siya. Ilang percentage. So, naguna-unahan sila. Tayo, we must be in favor sa goodness. But that's not the goal. So, andyan yung actions in the modes, yung mga actions na ginagawa natin, and ano yung result, especially kapag namatay na with that modes na prominence sa isang tao. In the mode of goodness, you'll go to heavenly planets. Mode of ignorance, you'll go to hellish planets or lower species. Ganon din yung passion. You'll be attached dun sa fruits kasi, so you'll go back there. You'll go back to your kamag-anak. You'll go back to your all the attachments. Doesn't mean you'll be human also. Pwedeng attach ka sa bahay mo. Next life mo, ipis ka dyan sa bahay mo. If that will be your karma. Andiyan ka pa rin. So, ayan yung actions in the modes. Pero ang gusto natin is pure life. Above ng 3 modes of material nature. Again, material nature. Material pa rin siya. We want to go above. So, we want na nasa modes of goodness tayo palagi in our material realm. Kasi mas madali i-practice yung spiritual life. Mas masarap mag-chant kapag malinis yung paligid. Diba? You're fresh. Yung mind mo malinis din. Well, kasama na dun yung diet, dun yung lifestyle, and i-discuss natin in a while. So, papag-usapan natin ngayon, welcome sa Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 15, one of my favorite to, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. Home. Bakit home? Main question is, ano ba talaga and saan ba talaga yung home natin? So, letter H is home or hotel. There's this one story. If ever one person is traveling, minsan, pag continuous travel yung isang tao, lalo na pag in the field siya ng business, may mga meeting siya sa iba't ibang bansa. And in transit, kailangan niya magstay sa isang hotel. Let's say, for the weekend. Kasi next flight niya would be on Monday. So, he will stay in one room, in one hotel, in one country, para pumunta sa next destination niya. Kasi wala naman siyang permanent residence doon. So, he's a Filipino na sa ibang bansa. Tapos mag-travel siya uli. And you have to stay one weekend sa isang hotel. So, it will be really inappropriate kapag nakita ng mga front desk, saka ng mga bellboy, saka lahat na nag-work ng staff sa hotel, kapag nakita niyo yung businessman na yun na lumabas, tas bumalik, may mga dalang mga tiles, furniture, bagong TV, tas may magandang carpet. Knowing na alam niya, teka lang, nag-book to nung nakaraan. 2 days lang siya. Anong gagawin niya dun sa hotel room niya? I-renovate niya. Naggastos siya ng malaki, bibigyan ng malaking effort for that short amount of time. 2 days lang siya titira dito eh. Tapos aalis na siya. And that amount of effort yung gusto niyang gawin. Bibili siya ng magandang furniture, painting, And alam ng mga tao, and alam din niya, alam ng mga nag-work doon na he's just staying there temporarily. It is not his home. So he stayed there for 2 nights, 2 or 3 days, 2 nights, something like that. Pero sandali lang siya. That's very obvious. And it will be very impractical if he will renovate his hotel room. Temporary lang. And in that businessman, kapag lumilipad na siya um, sa plane, bago siya mag-board, meron siyang hand carry. Hindi na siya nagdadala rin ng ang tawag doon, ano yung isa? Hand carry and ano yung baggage na nilalagay mo? Sige, type nyo. Nakalimutan ko. Tagal ko nang lumilipad ngayon. Isang taon na. So may dalawa siyang bag. Yan. So yung luggage niya na i-check-in baggage. Yan. Yung check-in baggage niya sa hand carry niya. So bago niya i-check-in yon, may nakita siyang isang saintly person galing India. Ang dala-dala lang nun is bucket na lalagyan niya ng water, yung brass, and chanting beads lang niya. So that businessman, may dalawa siyang luggage, check-in and hand carry. Nagkataka siya, "Sir, you're traveling. Ayun lang yung dala mo? Just bucket lagyan mo lang ng water? Tapos yung maliit mo na bag with your prayer mala?" Sabi ng saintly person sa kanya, "Well, ba't ikaw? Ayun lang ba yung dala mo? Dalawang bag lang? The one you will check in and the one you will hand carry?" Sabi ng businessman, nagka-travel lang naman ako eh. Hindi ko naman kailangan dalhin lahat nung meron ako sa bahay. This is temporary. Sabi nung saintly person, same. Nagka-travel lang din naman tayo dito eh. Hindi naman talaga din ito yung bahay natin. So ito lang din pagmamay-ari ko. So sa conversation nila, yung takeaway would be, here in the material world, this is not really our home. Hotel lang natin to. We're here temporarily. It will be inappropriate, impractical if all the efforts and energy na ibubuhos natin, which is ginagawa natin madalas, will be just for material. Papagandahin lang natin yung hotel natin with all the tiles, all the carpets, diba? All the renovation. Then, what? Afterwards, may flight tayong pupuntahan. Tapos may real home talaga tayo. So that is home or hotel. Ano ba talaga? Saan ba talaga tayo galing? And saan yung talagang home natin? We cannot go directly sa ating destination if you want to go back home, back to Godhead, if attached tayo dun sa hotel natin. Remember kung ano yung last na bagay na matandaan natin before that, which is masasabi yon kung gaano kadalas or gaano karami yung attachment mo habang nabubuhay ka. Kung ano yung attachment mo, hindi ka basta-basta makakapunta sa next destination mo. Or sa gusto nating destination, which is spiritual world. Kasi attached tayo dun sa hotel. So one should detach himself from the material world. Material world is a reflection of spiritual world. Yung meron sa spiritual world, reflection siya ng material world, pero perverted, baliktad. Yung love talaga doon, dito lust. Yung greed for love doon, greed for service, dito greed for material things. One should surrender to Krishna and attain the spiritual world. Kasi if one surrendered to the energy of Krishna, one will attain material things. So one should be detached from this material world. But, again, kailangan mo natin gawin yung material duties natin. Pero yung consciousness natin is with Krishna. So this is the perverted reflection. So if you could see, this world is just like a banyan tree. Balete. If you could see a banyan tree, hindi mo na alam kung saan yung roots, saan yung trunk, saan yung mga branches kasi pare-pareho na sila. Diba yung roots ng banyan tree nanggagaling din sa taas. So si spiritual world, reflection siya ng yung may reflection siya which is material world. May mga desire tayo kasi andun din yung mga desire natin sa spiritual world. Hindi nawawala yun. Pero perverted lahat dito. So here in the material world, merong 4 fruits. Andyan yung economic development. Do you want to have economic rise ng ating lifestyle? Andyan din yung sense gratification to just gratify our senses. Andyan yung religiosity, just for the sake ng religious acts. And nandyan yung liberation. Ito, isang fruit. Gusto lang umangat dun sa pinakatuktok ng puno. Liberation. Just like the impersonalists. They want to see the light. Kasi angat sila dito. Pinakatuktok lang sila ng puno. But still, as long as one is taking that fruit, paikot-ikot siya dun sa tree na yun. One will be in the upper stage ng buhay niya. Demigod siya. Nandito sila. What could be as a middle or down deep sa darkness nung banyan tree na yun. So kung nakikita niyo sa tuktok niya si Lord Brahma. So still, andun pa rin siya sa material world. And one could perform pious acts, good karma. So akit lang siya ng akit dun sa material world. Pag impious act siya, bababa lang siya dun sa material world, hellish planet. Paikot-ikot lang dito, samsara, cycle of birth and death. So, paano lang makakatakas dito sa material world na to? Paano na makakaalis? Ano lang yung nagpapastay sa atin dito? That is our desire. Ano yung desire mo palagi? Di ba meron tayong free will? Kung ano yung mga desire natin, ayun yung palaging ginagawa natin. According sa ating, ay yung ginagawa natin sa free will natin according sa desire natin. So the home or hotel, the only way out of the tree is detachment. You can perform all the activities here, pero detach ka. Which is yung desire mo, hindi yun. Ginagawa mo responsibilities, pero yung desire mo, papunta kay Krishna. How? Find one in knowledge. Hear properly from Krishna. Or sa devotees, or sa guru. Ano yung papakinggan? About the relationship between the Lord, Krishna, and the living entity. That is yoga, the connection. Surrender to the spiritual master kasi siya yung representative, siya rin yung magsasabi ng knowledge, siya rin magsasabi how to yung only way out dito. Kasi nakakaligaw dyan, di mo alam kung nasan ka na. Kahit mukhang mayaman, pero nasa material world pa rin. Or bakit parang mukhang peaceful naman, pero andun pa rin sa material world. Nasa banyan tree pa rin. So that is the saw para maputol yung tree na to, para makaalis dito. Detachment. Ito yung totoong detachment. Hindi yung detachment na hindi mo gagawin yung responsibilities mo. Yung desire, i-check mo yung desire. Ano yung naman ng desire mo? Kasi we don't want to spend all the energies and time just to decorate our hotel. Kasi it's temporary. Doesn't mean then, again, na hindi mo alagaan yung body na to. Kasi it will take toll. Like yung hotel, pag di mo inalagaan yun, may sinira ka doon, babayaran mo rin. Magkatagal ka. This body is still. Nagkakasakit ka, you will suffer pain. Diba? Hindi mo perform yung spiritual activities mo. and yung duties. O, on and on, over and over. Original position natin, we are the eternal part and parcel of Krishna. We belong to the spiritual world. But, ikot-ikot tayo sa material world. Sobrang tagal na natin dito. Dahil sa desire. They are now struggling hard with the mind and senses in the material world. Because of the desire, yung mind and senses natin nagwawala. So we have to check our desires. If not, dito lang tayo paikot-ikot. So, 15.15, letter M natin. Mark this in your Bhagavad Gita. This is a very important verse. Sobrang ganda na ito. Sarvasya chaham hirdisa nivisto mataha smritirgyanam apohanam cha vidaischa sarvais aham eva vidyo vedanta krid veda vid eva chaham. Hirde is heart. I am seated in everyone's heart. That is Krishna. From me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. So, Krishna said to Arjuna where he is seated. Sa heart. Sa heart region. Hindi porket pag binuksan mo yung yung cavity mo dito, makikita mo si Krishna nakaupo. Uy, si Krishna. Tinanong mo yung surgeon. Hindi. Sa heart region. And kay Krishna galing yung mataha smrti-griyanam. Mataha, forgetfulness. Smrti, remembrance. Gyanam is knowledge. Bakit mo nakalimutan yung mga nangyari last time? Yung mga past life natin? Bakit mo nakalimutan si Krishna? Lahat yung desire natin. Sino nag-allow? Sino nagbigay nun? Krishna. Sino pwede makapagpatanda, magbigay ng remembrance na relationship natin sa Kanya? Si Krishna rin. With our chanting, with our endeavor, with our love. Kaya niya ibigay yon, remembrance ng relationship natin sa Kanya. Even knowledge. We can study, we can sunugin natin yung kilay natin, pero yung knowledge, sa Kanya magagaling. Imagine if you could remember all, kunyanto natin ito nung question and answers. All the family members mo nung previous lives. Or just imagine lahat, since magka-Valentine's, lahat ng ex mo this lifetime, lagi mo sila naalala. Diba? Araw-araw na lang, lahat naalala mo sila. Diba? Hindi lang isa, lahat, kompleto. Gulo, diba? Yung iba doon parang, ba't ex ko yan? Gulo daw nung sabi nila. Diba? Naalala mo lahat sila. Yung isa nga lang, pag naalala mo, parang awkward. Parang pag lahat pa. And what if, naalala mo pati yung mga previous lives mo? Lahat na naging ex mo doon, lahat na naging asawa mo. Diba? Tapos nakakasalubong mo siya. May karma kayo, no? Kapitbahay mo siya. Alam mo, ex mo siya ng previous life. Tapos lahat ng parents mo, naalala mo rin. Lahat ng anak mo. Lahat ng kaaway mo, naalala mo rin. Lahat ng reason paano ka namatay, naalala mo rin. Or paano sila namatay, ikaw yung reason. Lahat ng guilt. Lahat ng naging kasalanan mo this lifetime, imagine mo, naalala mo siya lahat. Yung guilt, yung regrets, naalala mo lahat yon. Paulit-ulit lang sa mind mo. Imagine. Walang peace, di ba? Or what if lahat nakakalimutan mo? Kahit ano attend mo sa klase ni Radha Chara, wala kang matandaan. So that's the power of remembrance and forgetfulness. It actually protects us sa attachment natin. Kung natandaan mo lahat ng family members mo, previous lives, magulo tayo ngayon. Pero having that knowledge, we will have the detachment. Yes. Yung anak mo ngayon, marami na siyang naging magulang previous lives. Ikaw din, marami kang naging magulang, marami kang naging anak. Naging babae, naging lalaki ka na, naging hari ka na, naging beggar ka na rin. Naging demigods na or naging even demons na. Ang dami nun. Pero it will protect us from our attachments. Si Krishna yung magpo-protect nun. Same thing, kung may trauma or meron kang bad memory, Krishna could give you the forgetfulness so you can move on. So we could just pray to Krishna. Krishna, please make me remember you always and never forget you. That is the higher taste. Higher taste, why? Parang pag may bata, he's playing one toy. Meron siyang 3210, naglalaro siya ng snake. Hindi mo siya makukuha. Old school, di ba? 5110. Di ba? Hindi mo siya makukuha. Busy siya maglaro ng snake. Pero pag binigyan mo siya ng iPhone 12, makukuha mo na yung 5110 niya easily. Kasi may mas maganda siyang hawak. That is the higher taste. Yung mga petty little things na pinoproblema natin, if we have higher taste, we have Krishna, parang nawawalan siya ng, hindi siya lumalaki, lumiliit na siya. Doesn't mean na hindi natin siya harapin responsibly, pero parang hindi na pupunta yung focus natin doon. Diba? Kung bago mag-start yung klase natin, heartbroken ka. Tapos ngayon medyo na-inlove ka na kay Krishna. Makakalimutan mo na yung heartbreak mo noong nakaraan. Kasi may higher taste. So we want to have that higher taste. Always remember Krishna. And never forget Him. Sino pwede magbigay nun? Si Krishna pa rin. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Kasi siya yung nagsulat ng Vedas. Siya yung nagsulat ng scriptures. Maraming pwede puntahan yung Vedas na yon. Magpunta sa yoga, asana, magpunta sa medicine, Ayurveda, magpunta sa history, magpunta sa mga stories nung nakaraan, history, Puranas. Lahat papunta kay Krishna. Lahat yung ultimate essence is our connection and a relationship kay Krishna. His pastimes, His names. That's the ultimate. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta. Yes, he is also Vyasadeva. He incarnated himself as Vyasadeva. Kinumpile. Kinumpile means nilagay sa libro, pero matagal na siya nakasulat. Si Krishna pa rin naglagay nun. Tinulungan siya ni Ganesh. No. And I am the knower of the Vedas. Sino may kabisado ng Vedas? Si Krishna, siya yung author. The essence in 3 verse. Krishna himself is the super soul. Siya yung nakaupo sa heart. So, siya yung super soul. Supreme Soul is the master of both living entities. He is the greatest living entity. So, may dalawa, fallible and infallible. Those are the souls na nasa material world, sila yung mga fallible. Kasi meron silang body. Na-apektuhan din sila ng material nature. Infallible, those who are liberated in the spiritual world. So we want to be there. Super Soul, Supreme Soul is si Krishna. So may 3 klase daw. The Supreme Soul, tapos yung 2 klaseng soul. Yung nasa material world and nasa spiritual world. So that is home. We don't want to spend our life, our time and endeavor para sa hotel lang, although kailangan natin alagaan and maging responsible. Pero we know we have the real home. We can take a peek nung emotion and feeling na yon when we're chanting and when we're learning about Krishna. Parang alam ko to eh. Parang ang familiar ng place, ang familiar ng feeling. Kasi We belong there. May connection kay Krishna. On and on, over and over, paulit-ulit, if we will not go beyond, ikot-ikot tayo sa banyan tree, up and down, left and right. Maintainer of the body, mind, and soul is Krishna. He is seated in everyone's heart. He gives remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. The essence of in three verses, si Krishna yung Supreme Soul, and kasama niya yung isang soul. So, embodied sila. Yung mga soul na tayo, kasi may body tayo. Yung mga infallible, nasa spiritual world. So, inhale. Mabilis lang to. We'll have 2 more chapter. Habulin natin yung kahapon. Chapter 16, the divine and demonic. So, divine and demoniac nature. So, it defines ano yung divine qualities and ano yung demonic qualities. Si Krishna mismo nagsabi. In the normal age, hindi mo alam kung ano yung tama sa kamali. Why? Pag may nag-yosi, or nag-drugs, or nag-iinom, mukha siyang tama. Kasi legal, ay nang daming gumagawa. But it doesn't mean tama yun. It just destroys the body. There's no scientific, hindi matutumbasan yung scientific benefit ng drugs. So, sigarilyo, intoxication. Dun sa side effect niya or adverse effect niya. So, sobrang laki ng percentage na hindi maganda. So, same thing. Dinefine ni Krishna, ano yung demoniac? Ano yung divine nature? So, ayun yung dog. Ating acronym. Either you worship the dog or you worship God. Hilig ko pa naman sa dog nung dati. Meron pa akong tattoo na dog. So, divine or demoniac? So, this is divine qualities. You can read this later pag sinan ko sa inyo. Pero, ito yung mga kanilang qualities. Fearlessness. They know. They have the knowledge. They won't be fearless. But they are not full. They're fearless. Alam nila yan. Kasi meron silang dependence kay Krishna. And they have the knowledge. So they cultivate the knowledge as well. Inaaral nila palagi. They give charity. Pero in the right time, right place, and right person. They have self-control. They could study the Vedas. They could understand. They have sacrifice and austerity. Kaya nila i-perform yun. Kasi they can control their senses. They are simple. Simple living, higher thinking. They're truthful. They are non-violent. Ahimsa. Freedom from anger. Nako, nagagalit pa naman ako minsan. But the actions of anger, kailangan yung kontrolin natin. So, madami to. Forgiveness. You can forgive. So, napakagandang gift sa sarili. Forgiveness. We forgive those who offended us, not just for them. Because we don't want to carry the baggage. If one doesn't forgive, it is just like drinking a poison and expecting that person to die. Pero yung taong hindi makapag-forgive, siya yung may dala-dala nun. Iniisip mo, siya yung mag-suffer. Minsan yung ibang tao naka-offend, di nila alam naka-offend sila. Naging medyo, lang tayo, oversensitive, or playing the role of the victim, or just nagtatanim ng galit. So, yun isang divine quality ng isang saintly person. Even hindi mag-sorry sa kanya, kaya niya i-forgive. But doesn't mean kailangan niya kalimutan yung ginawa. So, we have to be careful. Gentle, he's very gentle. Speaking, in action. So, ano yung mga demoniac quality? He is proud. Demoniac want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science, but do not follow the principles. You could preach and preach and preach, but the lifestyle is different. He is arrogant, proud in possessing some education. I am so and so and so. My title is so and so and so. And I have this wealth. I have this bling bling. I have this car. I could flaunt everything. So conceit, desire to be worshipped by others. He demands respect, but do not command respect. So yung anger niya uncontrollable. And he's very harsh in speaking. Malalaman mo yung isang tao kapag nagsalita na siya. But he's ignorant. He doesn't know what's happening. Maybe he's knowledgeable materially, spiritually, doesn't know. Sabi nga ng Yano, santong kabayo, di ba? Banal na aso, santong kabayo. But the act is animalistic. Kaya we have the dog. Opinion and outlook of demons. So may mga opinion din sila sa outlook nila. May standard din sila na sinusunod. Pero of course, demoniac. You'll have this copy. Huwag yun naman tignan to. Ito yata yung tita ko. We don't study this to judge yung mga tao sa paligid natin. We study this to check on ourselves. Uy, parang ako to. I need to improve. Hindi i-check yung ibang tao. We have to see ourselves in the mirror. Hindi magtingin sa bintana and magtingin-tingin. Oh, siya to. Uy, mode of ignorance yan, no? So, kailangan tignan natin sarili natin. Diba? How to improve. If yung iba na sa paligid, we don't compete with them, we don't judge them. If they want to improve, we encourage. Just by action, mangyayari yun. So, may faith din sila ito mangyayari sa kanila. So, yan. They don't follow the sastra. They're very unclean, improper behavior, not truthful. They're very self-centered. So, babasahin natin yan. Basahin nyo ito later. Don't judge people around you. Yung letter G sa dog, ano yung gates of hell? Ano yung gateway drug papunta sa hell? Lust, anger, and greed. We don't want this characteristics. It will lead us to demoniac life. If we focus on just lust, the anger, and the greed. So, kumbaga parang pag in-encapsulate mo yung qualities ng demoniac person, narito sa tatlo yun. So, that is the divine or demoniac. Read the charts later. Pag pinasa natin, may opinions and outlook sila, lalo yung mga demons. And, ano yung tatlong gates of hell? Type. And dyan yung remembrance, saka yung forgetfulness. Tingnan natin. Lag, Gusto ko mag-isip si Pascual. Meron siyang ganyan ako memorize. Hindi ko yung mga first letter. Lag. Hindi mo na makalimutan yung lust, anger, and greed. So, we check ourselves. Are we having the lust, the anger, and greed? So, inhale ulit. Release the demoniac qualities in you. Punta natin yung mabilis lang. This is chapter 17 na ng Bhagavad Gita. We will discuss the chapter 18 tomorrow and the Madhurya Rasa, the relationship, intimate relationship ng isang devotee kay Krishna. Welcome sa chapter 17, Division of Faith. So, one could have faith. We are developing our faith kasi yung faith mag-develop sa love. We here, faith will develop. Then, from faith, we want to be fixed. We want to be surrounded with same like-minded person. We do our sadhana. We will have the fixedness. then we will have taste. Then love is gonna be there. Pero it has divisions. Ano yun? There are phases. Ano yung phase na yun? These are the fate. Yung tatlong modes of ignorance, passion, and goodness, will determine yung fate ng isang tao and how he worships. If one does not follow the Vedas, yung scriptures, one will follow natural instincts, which will be in goodness, passion, and ignorance. Kasi nasa material modes yon. If you want to follow the Vedas, yung sinabi ni Krishna, then you can go up beyond ng tatlo. So, tatlo pa rin. Yung faith, madi-divide mo sa tatlo. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. Those who are in ignorance, they worship the ghosts and spirits. Wino-worship nila yung nuno nila. Wino-worship nila yung ghosts and spirits. Worshipping the dead. Ano yung gusto nila mangyari? They want sexual services. They want powers, mystic powers. They want to harm others. Prevalent yan sa Pilipinas. Andyan yung mga kukulam and mababarang. Hindi ko lang kung totoo yun. May mga province daw, may mga ganun daw. Pero hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kahit saan. May worshipper ng ganito. Those who are in passion, they worship the demons. They worship, si Hitler. So, paano nag-worship? Di ba? May mga sumunod kay Hitler. Kaya nagkaroon ng mga massacres nun. Hindi lang massacre. Basta madami siyang ginawa. Because they worship Hitler. They follow faithfully. Hindi lang si Hitler. Ganun din yung mga ibang leaders. When they follow, then they're creating civil war. Or just chaos. So, there are the faith in goodness. Those who worship the demigod. Si Brahma, Shiva, Chandra is the moon, Indra, the sun god. Pero we don't want to be in these three modes. We want to be in pure goodness again, beyond the modes. In this state, one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kasi you're worshiping Krishna. You're studying about Krishna. You can go beyond. If one worships the ghosts and spirits, next life, they will go with them. Kasama nila. Kasi yun yung consciousness nila. If one worships the demons, kasama mo sila. If one worships the demigods, you'll go in their planets. But if one worships Krishna, definitely, you'll go sa spiritual world kay Krishna. So yan, in different modes then, makikita natin. Food. I-discuss natin to further sa Prasadam course natin. But the food that we have is divided in three modes again. So, andyan yung mga food in the mode of goodness, sila yung juicy, fatty, mga rich fatty food to, hindi yung fat na other meaty fat. Wholesome food, very pleasing to the heart. Anong result? It will increase the duration of life. Healthy. Diba? Purifies one's existence, also gives strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Hearty food. Sobrang very heartfelt, hearty food and beneficial sa health. There are foods in the mode of passion. These are too bitter, too sour, too salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning. So, ano yung nakakos ng mga food in the modes of passion? Siyempre, magiging passionate din yung consciousness. But it will cause also distress. Especially if kumakain ka ng mga too hot or the other things na may effect instantly. It will create also depression. May mga pag kumain ka parang lethargic ka. May food coma ka na, hindi ka makakilos, hindi ka makapag-isip. Disease, Too much sugar, you have diabetes. Too much salt, you may have problems in the kidney. And all these things. Too much passion. There are the foods in the mode of ignorance. So, food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, except prasadam, yung mga masyadong stale na masyadong matatagal na. Food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid. Food consisting of the remnants and untouchable things. Those who are coming from the flesh. Ano yung pwedeng mangyari doon? The consciousness will be in ignorance. Sickness will be there. Like the intoxication, those are coming from the food sa modes ng ignorance. Effect, intoxicated, automatic. So may effect yung food. Just like if one is in a different mood, bad mood, galit siya, then siya yung nagluto. Habang kinakain mo yung niluto niya, you will feel just like a poison. Yung consciousness mo, nararamdaman mo. Pero with out of love, nagluluto yung mom mo for you, nararamdaman mo, kahit very simple lang, kahit munggo lang yan ang tofu, satisfied na satisfied ka. So these are the modes of food na meron tayo. But you want to be above this kasi it will create karma still. Even mode of goodness food, may karma pa rin yan. You took out yung lives ng ibang plants. Pero we are aiming to be above this. That is prasadam. So yung food will be karma-free because you offer it to Krishna with love and devotion. Then when you honor that food, kaya sabi nilang honor, hindi na eat. Kasi it is spiritualized food na. Our consciousness, it will help our consciousness to be much more spiritual. And no karma. That is prasadam. So may course tayo dyan, upcoming. So there are austerities of the body, mind, and speech. Austerity of the body, you have to do efforts to be non-violent. Minsan kailangan mo siya tiisin. That's austerity. You have to be simple. You have to be clean. Diba? Swerte tayo sa Philippines kasi we are used to taking a bath a lot of times. Diba? Pag lalabas yung Pinoy, kailangan niya maligo. If you've traveled a lot, hindi ganun sa ibang places. The practice of Krishna conscious person, even if one passes his stool, naliligo. So that's the customs ng etiquette actually, ng nagka-practice ng Krishna consciousness. Cleanliness yun. If one passes stool, kailangan niya maligo. Or mas maganda pagagising, ligo ka agad. Then, you can easily do your spiritual activities. Pag nag-chant ka, hindi ka inaantok. One could practice celibacy or practices the no illicit connection, no illicit sex. Because it is just lust. And austerity of the body, you can worship Krishna. It will take effort, even just bowing down or cooking for Krishna, cutting the fruits and offering it to Krishna, or sometimes going around sa villages ninyo, maghanap ng mga flowers para ilagay mo sa picture ni Krishna. That is austerity of the body. Using your energy, your feet, your hands, diba? So ngayon, pag naggala ka sa village, yung makikita mo na, ang daming flowers dito, pwede ko lagay sa altar ko kay Krishna. You want to offer fruit, flower, leaves, or water, but with love and devotion. We offer Krishna flowers with scent, but you don't have to, hindi mo amoyin yung flower na yon. Or the food, yung prasadam, hindi mo siya enjoyin bago mo i-offer kay Krishna. Offer muna kay Krishna. After you offer, then you can smell the flower, you can eat the food, you can taste them. But before offering it kay Krishna, hindi. We let Krishna enjoy first kasi siya yung supreme enjoyer. Also, the spiritual master, the saintly person, the brahmanas, even the father and mother, we pay so much respect. The etiquette of this one, Krishna consciousness, is their highest respect. We even call the ladies Matajis. So yung mga nakachat ko dito, tawag sa kanila Matajis pag babae. The highest respect as a mom. So pag nag-travel ako sa India, lahat ng mga babae doon, of course, they know when I call them Matajis. Then, me as a monk, a brahmachari monk, I am their son. So, even maligaw ako sa isang lugar, may mag-invite sa akin. Ganun. Kasi, you're in due respect sa kanila. You treat them as their mother, kahit wala silang anak, pero that's the highest respect and the nature of a woman as a mother. And in reciprocation, ganun din. So, there is austerity of speech. Speaking truthful words. Process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld by the scriptures, not just nonsense talk. We could spend hours and hours just for nonsense talk. So we want our speech to be spiritual or at least relevant if you're in work, not just talking, gossip. Si Marites, may meme ako nakita, si Marites, may bagyo na tapos may nagchichismisan pa sa labas. So yung kwento na may kadate yung kapitbahay, pagdating doon sa dulo ng village, buntis na. Gossip. Ngayon mas matindi kasi internet is there already. So we want to speak accordingly, much more spiritually. We control the mouth, what food we will eat, and what speech it will, the mouth will speak. Ano yung words na lalabas. If the food hindi natin alagaan, everything will suffer, our body and our consciousness. If the speech hindi tayo maging aware, it will create havoc, pain sa ibang tao, pwede tayo ipahamak. Kailangan pleasing ang speech natin, beneficial. If it will not benefit others, why spend a lot of time and effort just speaking and speaking and speaking? Not agitating to others. Of course, dapat hindi tayong, alam ko yung Bhagavad Gita tapos you'll go around, oh, yogi ka, di ba? Dapat di ganyan daw, yung yaman ng yoga, hindi ganyan. hindi natin job yon. Unless they are surrendered as a student to you, they are seeking advice, then you can teach them gently. Pero we're not here to, meron tayong red ball pen tapos kinokorek natin yung mga tao sa paligid natin. Hindi ganyan dapat. Sabi ni Radha Charang ganito. So teachers, that's the role of the teacher, to check, pero gently. With love pa rin. Hindi to check out of seniority. Parang fraternity na, lamang ako sa'yo. So, our speech should be regular reciting of Vedic literatures. That's why we need reading ng mga words ni Krishna. And chanting, of course. Chanting of Krishna's name. We have to use it. So, we could spiritualize. Austerity of the mind. Sobrang hirap nito. Ang daming magagaling mag-fasting. Nauso yung mga intermittent fasting and all. Pero, pinakamahirap mag-fasting sa negative thoughts, sa mga nonsense thoughts. Sobrang grabe. Mas bilib ako sa kaya mag-fasting sa ganito kaysa mag-fasting sa food. Yung food, madali lang siya mag-fasting, hindi ka na kumain. Pag wala kang pera, wala kang kakainin. When I'm traveling, tapos wala mga available, wala akong baon. Nalang pinsan sa India ako, mag-train ako doon 2 or 3 days. May talagang, automatic fasting. Pero yung mind, magwawala yung mind. So we have to have austerity of the mind. Gravity in thoughts, kailangan alam natin yung Gravity in thoughts natin. Very sober. Grave. So we have to be simple, satisfaction, kailangan yung mind natin. Kaya we have to think of Krishna palagi. Kasi, if you're not busy, your mind is not busy, it will be a workshop for demoniac activities. You'll think of other things. Sabi nga, idle mind is the devil's workshop. You'll think of this, you'll think of your ex, you'll think of your enemy, you'll think of the ill of others. Lahat maalala mo, oh, ba't kaya ganito yung sinabi niya? Tapos ganito naman siya. Paglaruan ka ng mind mo. So you have to have self-control. How to purify the mind? Again, Krishna consciousness, removing all the unwanted baggages. I'm begging for some time. Malapit na tayo matapos. So please give me that charity. So meron tayong austerity in goodness, passion, and ignorance ulit. So may tatlo. One could perform austerities. Mag-fasting siya, magawa siya ng 108 Surya Namaskar or flow ng ganito and all. Anong consciousness that will be? Just for show, or it's offering to your Surya talaga, kaya Surya Namaskar? Or are you offering it to a show? Austerity in goodness, done with transcendental faith. Not expecting material benefit, only for the sake of the Supreme. One could have austerity in passion, out of pride, out of announcement, out of show. He wants respect. He wants honor and worship. Austerity of ignorance, out of ignorance. Diba? Out of pain, gusto niya gawin yun kasi gusto niya nararamdaman yung pain na yun. Or he's doing that just like a yogi, a demoniac yogi, si Hiranyakashipu. He did thousands of years na tree pose. Na gaano katagal, kinain na ng mga insect yung katawan niya, hindi pa rin siya gumagalaw. Tapos habang nagbabalance siya, hindi na siya yung katawan niya gumagalaw, yung buong earth na. So, ganun yung austerity ng mga demons. Kaya rin nila gawin yun. For what? To get mystic powers to spread demoniac activities. So, yung mga yogi, hindi lang mga divine, hindi lang mga mababait na mga yogi, nagpa-practice ng yoga. Mas magaling mag-yoga yung mga demons. They could perform these activities. So, we have to check. Hindi porket, tayo, full yoga attire tayo. Diba? Nakamandu ka, naka-Lululemon ka, divine ka na. You could create much more, you could perform much more yoga asana, but the mind still could be demoniac. Even demons. Ang dami nag-perform ng, even Ravana, nag-perform din siya ng yoga niya, si Hiranyakashipu, ganun din. Ang dami. For what? To gain the mystic powers. Yung mga nagbubudol-budol, di ba? Gagaling nila. That's a mystic power nila. They could even control the mind of others. Charity. So, I'm begging for charity. Nasa monk. Pero kasi may charity. Pinag-usapan natin yan. One, paano ba magbibigay ng alms? Paano ba magbibigay ng tulong? Nahati rin sa tatlo yan. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. Unahin natin yung ignorance. Charity in the mode of ignorance. Those, they give charity in the impure places, impure time, improper time, to unworthy person. Gagamitin lang nila to sa intoxication, sa drugs, prostitution, di ba? You don't know kung saan nila dadalhin yung pera mo without proper attention and respect. Diba? They could be big names with proper marketing, but you don't know kung ano yung character ng mga tao nandun. Ano result? Iba-iba siya, pero yung money mo na ibibigay as charity is your time and endeavor. Will manifest to money. Sometimes magiging sweldo or profit yon in a business. or talent fee. That's you. Pero if you give it in a charity, in the mode of ignorance, they use your money in wrong things, hurting other people, hurting other animals, intoxication. May percentage nun kasama sa karma mo. Kasi naging culprit ka rin. Hindi culprit, naging accessory to the crime. So we may have the intention, gusto ko lang naman sa tulungan eh. Pero, proper place ba yun? Proper person, proper time? You know what will happen. Charity in the mode of passion, expectation of some return. I give this to you. Babalik sa kanya. Either directly from that person or from the demigods. You're waiting kasi may benefit sa'yo. May kapalit. Desire for fruitive result. Yan yung may kapalit nga. Paano? To have elevation sa heavenly planets. Gagawin ko to para sa next life ko sa heavenly planets ako. Pag pinanganak ako, mayaman pa rin ako. So offering gifts to institution where sense gratification goes on. No, it can donate. Tapos yung perang pupunta sa intoxication. Or ayun nga, parang just for sense gratification ng mga tao. In a grudging mood. Ano yung intention? Ano yung mood mo habang ginagawa mo yung charity na yun? Sa pilitan. Pag di kayo pareho kami ni Chantal pag may mga project sa school na piso para sa ganito. Tapos, alam nila, no? Tapos pag may contest sa school, kailangan magdala ka ng mga dyaryo. Kung sino para pinakamalaking dyaryo sa'yo mananalo sa beauty contest ng mga muse and escort. Sa pilitan, parang, pag ikaw yung nanay, talaga pupunta kung saan. Bibili ka ng dyaryo sa junk shop para bigay doon. Of course, di natin alam, para sa puso, para sa kung saan-saan. Alam, parehas kami ni Chantal kasi ng school. Alam namin yung mga project na yan. Mga raffle cake. Tapos mananalo ka ng pinakamaganda dun sa beauty contest ng Miss and Escort pag marami kang jaring na donate. So parang minsan, pag nandun ako, eto na naman. Di ba? Pasig na naman. Ilang taon na. Grade 6 na ako, hindi pa malinis yung Pasig. So, of course, hindi natin alam yung intention or kung ano yung Pero yung sapilitan, hindi mo gusto. Diba? Sometimes, kung napunta sa maganda yun, maganda rin. Diba? Pero should not be in a grudging mood. Kaya nga charity. So there are charity in the mode of goodness. Given out of duty without expectation of return. When I was in even Taiwan is mixture of Japanese and Chinese culture. Yung para sa akin yung nakikita ko doon. Yung best dun sa dalawang country kinumbine sa Taiwan with the technology and with the etiquette. If they see a monk going around there, they will give you alms, charity. They will pull you out pag may mga restaurant sila, papakainin ka lang papakainin. And mind you, halos lahat, di ba halos lahat, pero malaking percentage sa Taiwan puro vegetarian. Pinopromote kasi ng government yun. So talagang they have respect culture ng charity. Sa India ganun din. The rest ng world nasa culture nila dati, pero nawawala na. And marami rin kasi nag-abuse ng charity. They will dress up, like in Thailand, naging business yun. Iba, they will dress up as a monk. Tapos, if hinuhuli sila minsan ng mga police or checkin sila, wala silang masabing any mantras, any prayers na monk. They will dress up. Kasi, it's a big business. Even in India, merong the largest festival sa buong mundo, Kumbh Mela. Even yung mga engineer, may mga documentary nun. Mapapanggap sila na beggar as a saintly person. Pag interview, mga professional pa sila, pero malaki kasi kinikita nila nun. Ano yung purpose nila? For sense gratification. Those saintly person na who would beg for charity, they will use it for charity rin sa iba. To spread spirituality or give sa mga nangangailangan talaga. They are being the instrument. So, that is duty without expectation in return. Yung ibang tao, alam talaga nila yung ginagawa nila yun. Those who are naging successful materially, even sila Bill Gates, may mga org silang ginagawa. They know. They know na duty ng isang tao to give charity. Pero kailangan in the proper time and place and person, toward the person. Not just for them na maging mayaman, pero they will use that for proper charity talaga. Kaya dapat inaalam kung saan pupunta yon. Di ba? Pag may calamity sa Pilipinas, ang daming nagko-kolekta. Tapos afterwards, madaming makikita nag-viral. Ano pala yon? Scam pala yon. Hindi mo nakita kung saan pumunta yung mga kinolect nila. So, ano yung best na charity is if it will be used in spiritual activities. Kasi your money, it is just like ikaw na yung gumawa. Hindi naman lahat ng tao pwedeng gawin yung activity na yon, mag-distribute ng prasadam or mag-distribute ng books ng knowledge. Hindi lahat kaya gawin yun. But if you help, instrument ka nun, all the spiritual, all the akarmic or Krishna conscious benefit, kasama ka dun. So that's the spiritual kind of charity. Goodness is good as well. Kaya goodness siya. Toward the person, spiritual perfection is considered yan. So qualified Brahmana or Vaishnava, qualified devotee, you know, the quality ng taong yan or ng institution na yan. So, last letter natin, E sa ating face. Om Tat Sat. Laging sinasabi ito pag-end ng mga speech or ng iba nag-yoga. Om Tat Sat. Enjoy of everything. Again, si Krishna yon. Om, this is Krishna. You address Krishna. In translation, God. Pero of course, the name ni God, ni Om, is Krishna. Sat, tat muna tat, is detached dun sa work. And sat is doing the endeavor. You do all endeavor, your work, your responsibility materially or spiritually, but detached from it. But you're doing it for Krishna. Ayun yung mas importante. Again, you do your work. Even the monk, they do the service para kay Krishna. You do your work directly or the fruit of your activities will help your spiritual life or the others para kay Krishna for that service, devotional service, pero detached from it. Magiging detached ka doon. Parang kay Arjuna, you do your service, be a warrior, but detached from it. Yung desire niya hindi para maging warrior lang. Yung desire ng pagkuha natin activities para hindi to worship money. But you're doing that service. Bakit service na tawag doon, hindi na work? Kasi para kay Krishna yun. You're using that Krishna consciously. Om Tat Sat. Na goal na activities mo sa buhay is si Krishna. Do your activities still, wala ka halos babaguhin. Unless, ayun nga, you're a butcher, you work in a place where prostitution, gambling is there, di ba? And intoxication. That is not in a nice mode. Madalas sa passion and ignorance. Mas maganda medyo sa goodness tayo palagi. But still, if you have that nasa goodness na activities, work, and nature ng field mo, continue that. Hindi mo kailangan maging monk unless it is your calling. Pero you offer your love and devotion, the fruits kay Krishna. So detach ka doon. So safe ka, hindi ka maging attached doon. Next life mo hindi mo yon pupuntahan as your karma yon. Kasi you're detached. Ang consciousness mo is Krishna consciousness. Om Tat Sat. So thank you. This is face. The faith have divisions, goodness, passion, and ignorance. And we have the austerity of the mind, body, and speech. And kasama rin yung passion and ignorance and goodness, austerity. We have the charity. Kanino? Ibibigay yung charity. We have to be responsible sa charity na yon. And we have to know saan pupunta. To a worthy person, dapat proper place, proper time. Enjoyer of everything is a Krishna. So we do our work, detach from it, and operate everything from Krishna, for Krishna. Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much. I'm begging for forgiveness for extending 15 minutes. Bukas, sobrang exciting ng class natin. It will be chapter 18 and the relationship of Krishna as a intimate lover. And if you would allow me, sa Sunday would be our last day. Sa course na to lang. Pero marami pang course na i-announce din natin yung mga next courses sa Sunday. And as a monk, I am a beggar. I am begging for some charity. Sunday, may charity na hihingin ko sa inyo, begging from you, is to prepare some realizations sa course natin. Everyone is free to speak sa Sunday. If nahiya ka talaga, you can type. Pwede mo na i-ready. So, sharing tayo ng realizations natin sa Sunday. Okay ba yun? If you agree, isang yes naman dyan, isang like naman dyan. So, that will be the assignment. That will be the charity that I would like to beg. So, picture muna tayo everyone bago natin basahin yung mga comments. Kanina binabasa ko habang nagka-class tayo. Pero let's talk more about this after natin mag-group photo. Tonight, we will have Kirtan as our celebration sa Chinese New Year. Tomorrow, we'll have the class, morning. Sunday, we'll have morning, last class natin. And evening will be village talk again. Very special sa Sunday. So, picture tayo, everyone. Yan. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Maraming salamat, Prabhus and Mataji's. I'm so honored and humbled to be of service. Janice Mataji, Hare Krishna. Riza, Hare Krishna. KD, Roll Prabhu. Chantal Mataji, Hare Krishna. Trina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Kenny Prabhu. Kaiser Prabhu. Pascal Prabhu. Maraming salamat. Be Krishna conscious. Don't forget to chant your rounds. So, read tayo ng onte. Yan. Minsan we speak, sabi ni Chantal, minsan we speak the truth to feel righteous, not in good faith. Totoo yan. Minsan we speak for our glorification. We can speak out of the topic of yoga. Minsan the topic nga ng Bhagavad Gita. But for what intention? Dami ko alam. I know better than you. I can recite verses. I am the real yogi. So what is the intention? So that's, kailangan natin i-watch out. As we gain knowledge, we have the practice. What is the ornament of a bhakti yogi? It's humility. So the advancement spiritually is having pridelessness and humility. I am telling you, it's easier said than done. Because napapalibutan tayo sa paligid natin ng normal yun. And we have unwanted baggages na we want to be put in the spotlight. Yes, you can use that, especially if you want to share Krishna. Diba? Hindi porket humble ka, hindi ka lang magkasalita. You don't have to speak about it. Pero what is the mood? So we always want to begin, kahit even speaking to someone about Krishna consciousness, about spirituality. You can pray in your mind, offering respect sa spiritual teachers na we learn this because of them. May we be an instrument We're just an instrument. We're not the doer. Di sa atin nagagaling yon. May we be an instrument to share to others. So yes. Sabi ni KD, it's really nice to use the banyan tree as the metaphor for the material world. Banyan tree are stranglers. Strangler tree. And they grow on the host tree. On a host tree. Yes, yes. They kill other tree. And also rin siya ngayon sa mga plantito, di ba? It will strangle the host tree by growing its roots around until it devours in the whole the host tree. In this material lifetime, likely that we are the host trees inside. Yes, banyan tree, and that's nature. I can observe that in nature. And banyan tree, hindi mo alam. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung nangyayari. Ano yung roots, ano yung trunk, and all. But you will be like strangled inside. But buhol-buhol na, hindi mo na ma-untangled. Alam mo, pag may earphones ka sa bulsa, hindi mo na ma-untangle. Alam mo, pag tinanggal mo yung mga buhol-buhol ng sira na rin. Parang ganon. Mas malala pa. Parang naka-dreadlocks. So, ganon yung banyan tree. Yan, sabi nga ni KD, agree daw siya kay Chantal. Kaya it's always beneficial that we are aware of our intention. Sobra. Kaya we want to be not just conscious. Yeah. We want to be Krishna conscious. Piso para sa puso. Project namin sa school namin. Si Chantal, ganyan din yung project nila. Even in Manila, a lot will dress up like Chinese monks and will give amulets. Will ask for donation. Totoo daw yan, totoo yan. Pero fixed value, I appalled ko before. I confronted the one along Ayala Ave and asked the person not to give anything to the imposter. Yeah. Minsan, nakikita nila, better to save energy from you, just ignore them. Diba? We don't know actually kung sino yung legit or not unless they speak. Pero yeah, we have to be really careful. Even in the internet, they could dress up like this. Pero anong laman, anong intention, we would know. So maraming salamat. Hare Krishna. Happy Chinese New Year, everyone. May this day brings you luck. Ano yung luck na yon? It's Krishna. Si Krishna yung nagdadala sa atin ng swerte. Ano yung swerte na yon? Hindi lang basta good karma. We want to have Krishna conscious results. So, chant your rounds. Don't forget and read some books and be Krishna conscious by our actions. Maraming salamat. Hare Krishna. I'll see you tomorrow, same place and same time. So yung assignment sa Sunday, ha? Maraming salamat. Hare Krishna. Bye-bye. High five.